Christ is our light. Where will you put your light? Where will I put my light? You know, as it starts to get darker in the afternoon, what do? We put a light on so that we could see better. We could see more. Light gives us a better vision. The other day, my bathroom light went out. It was a very different shaped bulb. I went to the hardware store, and the lady who owns the store was so kind and helped me. She found the bulb. She said, look, here it is. It was $6.50 for one bulb. But she tells me, don't worry, it's going to last a long, long time. That got me to thinking about light. What light do you and I beam? The light of hope, the light of compassion and comfort, the light of acceptance and kindness and goodness? Where will you put your light when tears come, a crisis, a tragedy, a sadness, a change in life, a loss? These lights do not cost $6.50, but they might cost giving of our time, our presence, our patience, and very often, sometimes too, carrying the cost or bearing the burden with somebody. Where will you and I put our light when charity is lacking, harshness or rudeness exists, poverty and war and fear exist in our world? We are asked by Jesus to love one another into life. We can do this in ordinary and sometimes extraordinary ways. Sometimes we can put our light into a compliment, a note, an email, a card, or a phone call. We could also do it by giving support, by listening better, praying with somebody, or visiting them. The light we have is how we live our faith well, share our faith well, celebrate our faith well, and become more of the light of God's love in the world. The light of service is a spiritual light of compassion. Our virtues are our light. Think of a virtue that you might have. Our words can be full of light when someone is sad or feeling helpless. Listening is a wonderful light. It is also a way of sharing the light when we affirm someone in the small steps they are taking in life. Giving freely of our light when we sense a need or see a need. Also, being a recipient of someone's light is another way when we can thank them or be full of gratitude. So when we give and receive light, we become not just part of it, but we become more of the sacred light of God's love in the world. Think of the Good Samaritan. He didn't stop and look around and say, hey, look what I'm doing. In that hidden, quiet roadside, he picked up a stranger and shared love. So let's be a sign of God's love today, maybe in a thoughtful gesture, a kind word, or sometimes in the silence of our heart, we think of someone who needs our prayers. Let's be a light today. Happy sunshine light.